Guys are a very good football team. Did not feel like we played our best football at all. We had plenty of opportunities. I think everybody saw that. I mean, there's people open all over down the field, and we had drop balls, tip balls, balls that were inaccurate, balls that missed the explosive plays, and we were still in the game. These guys just keep fighting, they keep scratching, keep clawing. There's going to be some bumps. There's going to be some highs and lows, as I told all of you. There's going to be highs of highs. There'll be some lows of lows. That's part of the inexperience in some of these guys, and there's a lot of it out there right now. But that's no excuse. You got to go out there and gain that experience and find a way to get it done. And today we did not do that. Had our chances, had our opportunities, and even as bad as it was, on both sides of the ball, we are in that game until a few minutes to go. I mean, we really are. And then they get their last touchdown, and then we're out of it. But I'm really proud of the way they scratch, claw, fight, and give everything they have. But we got to be better, that's for sure. So congratulations, North Carolina, Mac Brown. Really good football team. And I thought their quarterback looked like a top 5 quarterback. That's what they do. That's what they look like.
Questions?
PJ, how do you look at some of the defensive breakdowns in the first half to go down?
I got to look at it on film, but a lot of it was out of the pocket. Once he got outside the pocket, which our rush lanes weren't very good tonight, meaning we rushed too far up the field, and we worked on that all week, and we weren't able to still get that done, and to condense and squeeze the pocket. And we were able to do it at times and got some productivity from it. But the minute you give him a lane, he's so athletic, he's big, he's very experienced, he's confident, he keeps his eyes down the field. And we drop a guy here or two, which is inexcusable, and next thing you know, we're down 14-3 or whatever it was. I mean, it would happen really quick. But again, we're driving, we tip a ball in the air, interception. We got to play bigger. We got to catch the football. We got to play bigger than that. And then we missed the cross country route, which it's unfortunate, because those are the explosive plays that you only get so many of those a game, guys and ladies. Like you only get so many. It's not like you just draw those up all the time, and the defenses allow you to have those. And we had 4 or 5 of those tonight. We just didn't take advantage of.
Is Aiken's accuracy, is that just you? Is it what mechanics in any way?
I think it's a combination of everything. I think he's still learning how to be a really elite quarterback. That's part of it. I mean, however many games he's played, this is a hostile environment. This is a really good opponent. A lot was going to be put on his shoulders because it had to be. This team's a top 20 team. And I thought there were times he handled it really well and times he didn't handle it really well. And I told him the same thing on the sideline. This is about him maturing and growing as a leader. There's going to be some highs of his career and lows of his career. And I know that he's a competitor. He's a leader. He knows he didn't play particularly well. I don't think he'll tell you any different. But that's part of being a leader. I didn't coach very well. So, most of the blame goes on the head coach and the quarterback. That's the responsibility of us. But I know he'll respond and get better to this because he can play better than he showed tonight, that's for sure.
PJ, your team was 3 of 12 on third downs. They were 12 of 17. Story there.
Yeah, good job, Randy, because I wrote down a lot of the things that didn't necessarily go our way, and that was one of them, third down defense. And as I go through the game, I write down the flow of the game. I write down what's going on, what are the big plays, what are the game-changing plays. I've done that for years. You guys obviously know that. So scoot, toot, scramble, touchdowns, third down defense. Unsportsmanlike on the side. Our tackling I thought was poor at times. But again, they have big backs, and I thought we did for the most part a good job of hitting them pretty low. Hit them up, hit them high, wave goodbye because they'll break that tackle. So I thought we did a pretty good job of that early.
We look back at this and it seemed like a lot of it was self-inflicted.
It was all okay, I'm not going to say that because I don't want anybody spinning that story because North Carolina deserves a lot of credit. They do. They're a really good football team. But when you have self-inflicted wounds and there's nobody covering a guy and you miss him, that's self-inflicted, right? Just like they missed one. We didn't cover a guy going across the field and they missed it. That was self-inflicted on their side. So even though they won, they're going to go back and say, look at all the self-inflicted things we did. We're going to go back, and even though we lost, right? We lost. So we're going to go back and say, okay, look at all the self-inflicted wounds we had, which were a lot tonight. Bright spots, I thought Darius Taylor ran really hard. A true freshman. We got a lot of freshmen out there right now. No excuse. This is huge experience for them. As I said beginning of the year, we got really experienced guys, and then we have some really inexperienced guys at key positions. And I think you're seeing that right now. And you do everything you can to create consistency from that. But tonight, just too inconsistent.
The passing game is going to get off the ground. It's clear you guys want it to happen for the first quarter of the season. How does the execution get to where you need it to be?
Efficiency and consistency. I mean, we're going to have to just continue to practice, continue to get better, continue to do the things that they can do really well. But that's the thing. We're doing things they do really well. You know, we go and create a game plan and say, you know what? They stink at this. Throw that in there. Nobody does that. And we sit there and say, all right, these are what we do really well. Practice all those things all week. If there's something we're not good at in practice, we take it out. So when you get to the game, that's what's disappointing, is because you know they can do it. But that's part of putting your hand on the stove, or that's the lost opportunity we had tonight. But that's also what's really hopeful, because we're closer. That doesn't make anybody feel any better, but we're closer. But I told them in there, I mean, expectations are very different. Expectations are very different around here. I mean, this isn't one of those things, oh, man, we hung with the top 20 team. No, that has nothing to do with it. That wasn't even part of the speech. Had nothing to do with it, because I think our team has a chance to be a top 25 team. Like, I feel like we were a few plays away from being in that talk tonight. So we got to get those few plays fixed.
PJ, you guys had 4th and 4 in your midfield, 9 minutes left. It's like a punt.
Well, I had all three timeouts left. If we were going to get a stop, I needed to stop right there. If you don't get it there, the game's definitely over, because then they're going to score anyway. What you hope for is a turnover, a fumble, 3 and out. Use the timeouts. You got about 8 minutes left for 2 scores. Makes sense. If you don't, they go score. Doesn't matter your 3 timeouts anymore. So that was my thought process on that. There's still enough time plus 3 timeouts. You can get 3 possessions in that. So to me, it wasn't over yet. You know, and we needed a defensive stop. We obviously didn't get that. They had the catch on the sideline. They go down, they score, and then it doesn't look like a great decision.
PJ, was that cramps?
Yeah, I mean, that's, I used to be able to say things like that's inexcusable and stuff like that. So, stuff like that, you know. I don't, yeah, I mean, we can't be cramping up. I mean, there's a reason why we prepare the way we prepare and have to prepare the way we have to prepare. And if we don't prepare that way, that's what happens. So it's unfortunate, because that ultimately falls on me. So I got to do a better job of that. I got to figure out what we didn't do this week. But way too many. I mean, we're coming out from halftime. I didn't understand that one, but
Way too many guys? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, just too many guys. Yeah.
PJ,
One or two more. Go ahead, Andy.
you had 1st and 10 at 34. Darius, his first down. Cole throws his interception. What needed to happen? What didn't go well there?
Well, we didn't throw it anywhere near where we needed to throw it. At the post, it's supposed to be thrown to the right side of the field and let them go get it. We throw it to the left side of the field, and that's where the defender is. I just have to go back and look at film. I mean, it's a tough position to put Cole in, but I mean, I believe in Cole. I told you we have 2 starting quarterbacks. When we went in there, I mean, they had the opportunity to take the shot. We win on the route, and we just don't throw it where it needs to be. So, again, those I can't say those growing pains, but those are what are painful.
What was the discussion like in the headset on that second explosive, where it looked like you were having 6 guys come off, 6 guys come on, and then the tight end is just wide open in the middle?
Yeah, that was inexcusable. That's inexcusable. You can put that one on me, 100%. I mean, I should have went down and called timeout. I did not. I thought we were running off. Did not get a chance to see where the center judge was, and I didn't get to the official fast enough. And yeah, so that one's on me. We thought nothing on the headset was saying timeout, timeout, timeout. I was looking at it. We thought we had a substitution, and after that we didn't do that on 3rd down, as you could see. So that one's on me.
Greg Johnson got in the game. What did you think of his performance?
I have no idea just yet. But he's in the game as a true freshman on the offensive line. It's a really good football team we have. I mean, out of all the things we're going to focus on right now, we have a really good football team. We have a lot of young players playing and inexperienced players playing at key positions, but I got no problem with that. They're good enough to play, so we put them in there, and Greg's one of them. So he'll get better. I don't know how he played, but he played well enough in practice. for us to put him in there, that's for sure. And he's going to be a very, very special player here at Minnesota. So just not much went right, and that's what's hard. And we were still in that football game. It seemed like everything went right over there. You know, I mean, but again, it's self-inflicted.
Go ahead and finish with Andy.
PJ, you talked about inexperience in places. Linebackers, obviously one of those. How close was Cody to playing today?
Yeah, the medical staff makes all those decisions and calls. I don't. So, I mean, I think he was questionable, so that's closer than out.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate everybody making the trip. Brother Boat, Sky, Go Gophers. We'll be better.